What is up, Need for Speed Racers? I'm Alex Cornut, and I'm here today to bring you a video that I think is going to help everyone who spends the time. I've got a tune for you for a Lamborghini that I think is very top shelf for S-Class. I've been working in the S-Class trying to develop different cars because there's different things to unlock there. So I did a McLaren video. That's a very strong McLaren, so that way you can unlock the McLaren F1. I'm grinding this out so I can unlock the Lamborghini Murcielago. So I'm going to go in, show you the comparison I have between some of the other cars, how I tuned it, why I tuned it this way, and kind of give you a little bit more of an in-depth guide on how to do things. I am a new streamer and a new YouTuber, so if you like the content, like, subscribe, comment, whatever. All of it helps. We're trying to build the algorithm, and I just appreciate you being here and helping me out. So thank you so much for coming along for the ride. So we're going to dive right into it right now. I go to the buy and sell portion just because it allows me to sort by rating, so I can show you the cars that we're kind of looking and working against here. So by rating, we're going to go into the S-Class. I've got these two right here. I ended up selling my GTR. I was no longer using it. I tuned up this McLaren in a previous stream. I was very happy with it. It has 768 horsepower, 593 torque. It does a quarter mile in 10.3. It's a very competent, very fast car. This is the Lamborghini. This car is amazing. This is the Huracan Spyder Performante. It's the 2018 model. 897 horsepower, 598 torque, 10.1 on the quarter mile. So we compare that to the McLaren, which was really good, and we've got considerably more horsepower, almost 150 more. Our torque is just a little more, not quite, a huge amount, but more. And our quarter mile is considerably better. It is a skosh slower than our McLaren. The McLaren topped out at 190, so when you're sitting on the rev limiter, do like 191, 192. This says 183. It'll sit there and ping off the rev limiter doing 185. So it's a little slower, but 0 to 60, 2.8 for the McLaren, 2.6 on the Lambo. Does a quarter mile in 10.1. McLaren did a 10.3. This car is fast. I've also got a full grip tune on this. If you are not grip driving, I would encourage you to make a change, try it out, see what you think. I was using drift model because that's what I played in Need for Speed Heat. It's just kind of, parallel. It was the same type of handling setup. It was fine. Grip is incredibly viable in this game right now. If they nerf it, that'll change things. But so far, I'm winning more than I was before. Not actually winning more races because I was already winning, but winning by a larger margin. So I want to go in. I want to show you how I've done it, what things you can do. I keep the engine that it comes with, which is the right here. It comes equipped with this V10. It is the 631 brake horsepower, 5.2 liter V10. It's the stock engine. I try not to do engine swaps for you guys because money's hard to acquire in this game. And so if I can tune a car, make it competitive for you without spending a ton of money, I want to do that. And so we've got the stock engine, and we go in and tweak it. There's really not a better motor you can put in the car anyway. So there's just no reason to do any changes. So we keep the original power plant. We go into the parts. Going from left to right, you're going to put the Elite air filter in it. You're going to put the Elite ECU. You're going to do the Elite fuel system. You're going to do the Elite exhaust. For the turbo, I love the centrifugal turbocharger. We're doing the Elite version of that. There's other ones, but all of them put you into the S Plus class. This is the only one I can slap in there, keep it Elite class, and still keep it in the S. All that being said, all of these reduce your overall horsepower in the car. You can get more torque, but they reduce your horsepower. So horsepower is important. It gets you, once you're at the top end and you've got full boost, it gets you up to your top speed quicker. And so this is a quick car. It is not a fast car. But that being said, you're not going to lose hardly any races with it. We are able to put the Super NOS in it. For suspension, I've gone all the way over. I've done the suspension Road Elite. Regular brakes. Once again, we go over to the Elite tire setup. We currently have equipped the grip tires. For this grip build, you want the grip tires. It's important. and the road suspension. It comes with that clutch. You don't change it. It is important, crucial, paramount that it comes with a 7-speed transmission. If that 7-speed transmission stays on there, it's going to be S+. We're building an S-Class car. You need to go down, put the 6-speed in it. This is what nerfs your top speed. It's going to knock about 26 miles an hour right off the top of it. Takes it down to 183. But in doing so, it allows you to have a very, very good performing S-Class car. Go get yourself the Elite differential. You might be able to tweak it and just stay with the basic if you wanted to. But this will give you a little more room with the slider if you don't want to go full grip build. But you can probably stay with the basic one as well. For the auxiliaries, I always run the near miss and the grip for the grip setup. I think it's very good. I think it works really well. My dog is harassing me right now, so I apologize. Once you've got those parts on there, go into the handling, slide the slider all the way over, go 100% grip. Steering sensitivity, that's personal preference. I give it a couple clicks to the high side. I want to have as much with it as I can. If I do all the way high, it's too twitchy. If the car starts to get a little loose, it snaps back and it's hard to control. For downforce, I've got it dead set middle. You can do a little more if you so prefer. You can do a little less. You can go 2 clicks to the left. Can't go 1 or 2. You got to go over a few. So it's really kind of what you want to do. With the lowest downforce, it'll get that top speed up just a little bit. When it's bouncing off the rev limiter, the car will probably do a little close, maybe 186. So if you're hurting for that, I'm just dead nuts even on that. Traction control is off. Brake drift entry is off. Those are very important for the drift, or for the grip build, excuse me. So with all of that set up the way it is, this car is very, very competent. I am going to go then into online play, and I'm going to show you how it performs. I am rank 99 in the online aspect of this for the PvP. I don't do any exploits or any weirdnesses to get ranked up. I just play. I just race. I like this game a lot. It's a lot of fun. I'm having a great time. And so I've tuned a lot of different cars. I've spent a lot of time doing different things. And this is an S-Class race, so we're going to just join right off the bat. Serial Thriller. You will see this car reach its top speed very quickly, but it puts me so far ahead of the opponents that even with them having a higher top speed, they're having trouble catching me. And so this will be a great chance for me to show you that. It's just amazing that I was able to just jump into a lobby and we're already ready to go and do an S-Class race. So between the two, right, we've got the McLaren, we've got the Huracan. I'm going to drive the Lamborghini. The reason I tuned up this Lamborghini is because I want to unlock the Lamborghini Murcielago. You've got to get a slew of S-Class races done with a Lamborghini. I wanted one that was competitive and I could win with. So this is that. I am going to race normal. I'm not going to do anything, I'm not going to not use NOS or not use boost, because I want you guys to see what this car actually does when you are driving it to its fullest. So we're going to go now. We'll kind of hold the needle at 7, get ready to go. We're going to wave au revoir to our opponents. Now this is probably not the best comparison because all of them are in, 2 of them are in the stock rental Lambo, and then the other guy is in the Charger. When you're doing a grip tune, you want to brake before the corner, coast through the corner and turn the car. Once you start to turn in, you'll see once it starts to turn sharper than where you were at before, like you'll kind of get a feel like right there it turns sharper than where I was at after I was off the throttle. Once it does that, get right back on the gas, and then you'll be able to hook that corner. So kind of watch the way I take the corners here to get a feel for this. I'm self-taught. I've not watched anybody else. I don't know the best way. I feel like this is the best way for me. But once your car starts to turn in and you've got that the line set, so brake, turn in, and then as soon as it starts to turn in really sharp, that's when you get back on the throttle. And you will grip out of the corner really well. With that grip nitro, you'll get grip turns in every corner, for the most part. So uphill, I like to boost uphill, use the most of it. Keep in mind the car tops out at 183, 185. We're not going to hit that more than maybe once or twice in this race. And so even though our car is not as fast in the top speed or in a straight line, it doesn't matter to us because all of the race is taking place between 0 and 150, right? Especially on these tight canyon turns. So we got ×2 boost with that grip turn. Amazing. Brake before entry, turn in, accelerate out. When you're in a very close race with other people, the downside to the grip tune is your line puts you up for a drifter to come slamming into you. So that was happening a lot to me. I was really doing what I could to get away. Once you break away, you're running your own race. Another thing about having it so you don't drift when you tap the brakes is if you're a little hot in the corner, you can hit the brakes just a little more and get out of it. So there's one race down. Obviously, I don't know these opponents. I don't know how fast these guys are. It was probably not a very fair race because 2 of them are in the rental Huracan, and the other guy was in the Charger, and that Charger's not very good. I tuned one up, and it was garbo. But all that being said, it was a very easy victory for ourselves there. We were every bit of 15 seconds ahead of our opponents, so it's it's easy to get ahead and win. But don't take my word for it. Tune up a car, do it yourself. I'm not touting this as the best S-Class car. I'm touting this as a very good Lamborghini S-Class car. I think there's probably better ones. I don't play to just have the fastest car. I play to unlock things, and so once I've got the Murcielago unlocked, I'll then probably use the McLaren until I get the McLaren F1 unlocked. Just trying to go for completion. So same kind of gig. I only used just a little bit of boost and got a perfect start. Because I know these opponents aren't going to be really threatening me, but watch how fast we leave them in the dust. We're looking at the yards on the left-hand side there. And I'm getting grip turns. I wasn't trying to use my mini turbos. I really wanted you to see how fast this thing accelerates, so you could, get a feel for how good and comfortable this car really is. If you're using the mini turbos to their fullest, I think that I save my NOS for when I get into trouble, for accident recovery if I T-bone somebody or if I go off the track, and then just use mini turbos to get out of the corners. That particular corner is actually one of the tightest ones in the game. It's really easy to go off track there. I do it often. I see a lot of people do it online. But with the grip build, if you are doing proper grip turns, you're going to get the mini turbos every single corner. More often than not, you'll get a ×2, and on some tracks, the turn's long enough that you'll get the full boost. And that full Monty on the boost is insane. So this will be a track where we will hit top speed just for a second. I'm going to boost to get there just so you can see. So that's it. The car is doing everything it can, 183. But the end of the straightaway is right here. So we were only at our max speed for just a moment. And so it didn't hurt us by having that top speed limited out. I would be surprised if any of the other cars in S-Class are getting to that speed. Because we have so much more horsepower, we've got so much more performance. Ooh, flipped it a little early there. Throw away the whole clip, everything's bad though. This car gets it done. It gets it done efficiently. Once again, this is another straightaway where you'll hit top speed. There's a couple of S races where you will top out the car, but you're only on the top end for just a little while. And so this is very viable. Like, you can reduce the top speed number, bring that down, increase your horsepower, increase your grip, increase all the other pieces of the race. I see a lot of people tune for, oh, my car says it'll do 211 or 215 or 220. Well, what good is it if you're ever going to hit it in a race? Like, if you're putting around just doing freelance stuff, getting the top speed zones of the jumps, that's fine. Get an S+ car and go do that. But if you're trying to be competitive, you're trying to get money, you're trying to grind this game out to unlock things, make something that is competitive for you. And I think that this style of tuning is one that a lot of people are not doing. And it's my style. It's corn nut style. nerf the transmission, knock down the top speed, let's throw in some horsepower, and let's leave these guys in the dust. So last race of this series. No NOS, no boost, we just got a perfect start. Watch the yards on the top left-hand corner here. Watch how fast I'm leaving these guys behind. I'm walking away from them. I didn't even use nitrous. We know those guys use nitrous off the start. That's what you do in the start of a race. Lots of brakes. And then, as soon as the car starts turning in, that's when I get on the throttle 100%. Times 3 mini turbo. Let's go. If you're drifting there, you're not getting the times 3 mini turbo. You're just not. You might be able to get a 2. So here we are, top speed. We've got a little bit of track left here, but in the dirt it slows you back down. So we're not suffering by having the car set up the way it is. I will not use NOS the rest of this race. Well, no, I will. I want you guys to see what the car actually does. I want you to see that you are going to top it out, but don't be scared by it. So we're on the rev limiter, top speed right there. This train's going to get a little dicey. We got to get small. Cruising through there, no problem. On the brakes, turn it in. It takes a while to get used to the grip turns. I had to practice a little bit before I understood the best way for them to work. I will now tune every car that I get for grip. It's the way this game likes to be played right now. It's not the funnest. It's actually not very exciting at all. But you get the most speed out of your corners. You carry the most speed through the corner. You have the most control in the corner if you need to get around a car or if somebody crashes in front of you. Whatever it might be, you have your choice of different lines you can take. And once you're at full speed, get out of the NOS. Don't use it anymore. You're not going to go any faster, so there's no reason for you to do that. You can just sit there and you can bank your boost. So on the brakes, turning in. Really wide apex there, but that's okay. When I was drifting this track with like a 20% drift, 30% drift in my other cars, the most I was getting for speed, and that was about 100 miles an hour. 90 was very consistent. Just depends on how I initiated the drift. So what I'm trying to show you is we're not sacrificing anything by gimping the top speed. We're giving ourselves more points to play with in the tuning system. Need for Speed has moved over to the points-based tuning system, similar to what Forza does. I'm an old-school Forza player. I've been playing since Motorsport 3, Motorsport 4, and so all the Horizon games and everything. And this was my favorite type of tune, was to just tweak stuff to get the most value out of your points, and I think that's this. That'll do it for this video. I am Alex Corna. Thank you so much for coming along for the ride. If you enjoyed what you saw here, if you learned anything, if you want to help me out at all, like the video, subscribe to me if you don't mind. That way you catch another update when I post one. And I'll keep making content if you guys have any questions. So thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.